Good afternoon, Sir Dandy Alistair Cañete. These are the Group 5 reporter, Engine Cadet Isgira Joaquin, Engine Cadet Rizada Paul Ulay, Engine Cadet Kiaot Jan Polti, Engine Cadet Joshua Monzon Noel, Engine Cadet Napolis Arman K.
Good day, I'm Engine Cadet Isgira and I'm gonna talk about seawater pump and bilge pump. So seawater pump is one of the main pumping equipment in marine engineering and shipbuild. It is used as seawater transfer pump, seawater lift pump, seawater fire pump, and seawater desalination pump. So what happens if a leak in the seawater pump is coming from a whip hole? A leak coming from a whip hole is a sign of water pump bearing or seal failure. This whip hole often resides between seals that separates the oil side from the coolant side. A small amount of dry seepage around the hole can be considered normal, but it's only a matter of time before a seal becomes defective and seep turns into a drip. This is because the gear drive of the pump and the pump bearing are lubricated with the engine oil. The whip hole sits between the oil and coolant seals. If the oil seals are leaking, extra lubricant from the pump bearings will drip out of the housing through the whip hole. So next is bilge pump. The pump is capable of working when completely submerged. The pump is standard centrifugal pump which reciprocating or rotary air pumps. The motor is enclosed in an air bell so that even the compartment full of water, the compressed air the bell prevents the water gaining access to the motor. So if that happens, we're gonna check that the battery switch is in the on position. If the pump doesn't operate with the helm switch in either manual or auto modes, with the battery turns on check to see if the other electrical equipment operates. If not, then the battery may require.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Engine Cadet Paul R. Olay. So today I'll discuss the maintenance on fuel oil filter. So marine fuel oil filter treatment from mechanical separation of solid contamination from oil system, fuel and lubrication is achieved by the use of filters and strains. A strainer is usually a course of filter to remove the large contamination of particles. Both are arranged as full flow unit, usually mounted in a pairs, duplex with one as standby. The strainer usually employs a mesh screen, an assembly of closely packaged metal plate or wire coils which effectively block all but the smallest particles. It is usually fitted on the suction side of a pump and must be cleaned regularly or when the pressure differential across it become unacceptable. And next is how to clean or maintenance the fuel filter. So first is purge the standby filter before changing over, and second, change over the filter, and third, drain the filter which was in use, and the fourth is slashing the nut and make sure there's no residual pressure in the chamber, and the fifth is the take out dirty filter and clean it as per the manual recommended actions.
Sacrificial anodes in heat exchangers change when Sacrificial anodes are found in refineries, heat exchangers, water heater, pipelines, distribution system, above ground tank, underground tank, and the hulls of bolts and ship to protect the similar metal from corrosion. Because heat exchangers are typical a copper alloy, they are at risk of galvanic corrosion. Examine muffler for crack on leak corrosion. The muffler is compromised of several chambers that help reduce vibration coming through the exhaust system. A compromised muffler can cause pre-muffled exhaust to leak, resulting in thumping, clanking, or rattling noises in your exhaust pipe. One of the most true way to inspect an exhaust system for leak is by use for a shop vacuum, some duct tape, and a bottle of soapy water to perform this inspection. The shop vacuum hose is inserted into a cold exhaust tailpipe and thoroughly sealed using tape.
Good morning, classmate. Good morning, sir. I'm Engine Cadet Noel Joshua. So today I will tackle about what is inspect engine and look for drips, leaks, belt dust or fuel in our checklist that we assign. So if we notice spotting in the engine room, it is the time to do some investigating. If we are the assigned person, first lay down newspaper or a white plastic plate and try to catch some of the drips. Engine oil is an amber color, feels then as slippery and has a strong chemical odor, which is what you should look.
Good day, I am Engine Cadet Napoles. So today I'm going to discuss about inspect shaft seal. Shaft seal, also called oil seal, in machinery, a device that prevents the passage of fluids along a rotating shaft. Seals are necessary when a shaft extends from the housing enclosure containing oil, such as pump or a gearbox. A common type of shaft seal consists of an elastomer, elastic rubber like ring banded to a metallic ring that is pressed tight, fit in the hole in the housing through which the shaft extends. The sealing is done by a lip on the elastomer ring that is placed snugly around the shaft by a helically wound gutter spring. When properly designed and installed, the lip rides on a film of lubricant about 0.0001 inch, 0.0025 millimeter thick. If the film gets too thick, fluid leaks. If it is too thin, the lip gets hot and the seal may fail. Leather, synthetic rubber, and silicones are among the materials used for the sealing ring. So, how to check oil level shift? First, it must be on an odd number calendar day. Second, both must be on the water with the sun and its highest point. Third, both must be facing true magnetic north. Fourth, if you have any passengers, they must stand at the front of the boat, facing away from the engine. Fifth, pull the dipstick from the engine very slowly while saying a pledge of allegiance to the flag. Sixth, wipe the oil from the stick with a brand new 100% white virgin cotton to t-shirt. And last, If the oil is exactly 0.033, use calipers below the fall line. You may proceed with having a good day on the water.